Rockstar has finally revealed the Vice City pack for Grand Theft Auto 6, along with a collection of brand new screenshots showing off everything included in the pre-order bonus. And on the surface, it looks like a fairly straightforward cosmetic pack, a classic vehicle, some retro inspired outfits, some Vice City themed weapon skins, and a garage near Ocean Beach. But after taking a closer look at these images, there's actually quite a few details worth discussing here. Some of them highlighting Grand Theft Auto 6 visual technology, while others may hint at gameplay systems that Rockstar hasn't talked much about yet. So we're just going to go through these screenshots one by one. So very clearly we can see these outfits here are pure 80s nostalgia, with Lucia's red dress taking clear inspiration from an old 80s classic movie called Scarface, where a character called Gina wore a very similar dress. As for Jason, he looks like he's straight out of Sonny from the Miami Vice 80s TV show. They look very similar in the styles here. Looking at the pistols they're holding, they kind of remind me of the ceramic pistol from Grand Theft Auto Online, which I believe was based on the Heckler & Koch P7, which was around in the 80s as well. But I don't know a huge amount about weapons, so if I'm wrong here, why not let me know in the comments? I really would appreciate that. But the location that they're both standing is iconic for any OG Vice City fans, as it is outside the Ocean View Hotel. The Ocean View Hotel was Rockstar's version of the Clevelander Hotel from Miami, and this was basically your first save point and safe house in Vice City. So I really hope we can pop in and have a visit. We can also see that the 55 Vapid Stener is parked outside. There used to be a car called the Oceanic, I think, that was always parked outside the Ocean View Hotel. Looked very similar to the Vapid, but not exactly the same. So overall, they're really hitting hard with the nostalgia here, both in the 80s movie and TV nostalgia, as well as Grand Theft Auto Vice City nostalgia. So they're really going hard on that. One thing I really like here is the lighting. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be kind of like representative in-game lighting or just more stage lighting, but I really like how you can see the backlight on the hair from the neon sign on Lucia's hair. It just creates a nice little realistic ridge light. You can also see the light bouncing off her hips as well as on the side of Jason. It looks really good on his shoulder here. You can see it clipping on the car as well at the back, but overall it just looks really good. Next, when we're looking at the welcome pack text, what I really like here is the background, because again, this is paying homage to Vice City. The font is different, but you can clearly see that they're using a very similar background design that they used in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Next, we'll get a look at the car that you will get for pre-ordering, and that is the 55 Vapid Stener. And what I think this screenshot is really showcasing here is what the weather effects will look like in game. It looks like it has been raining recently enough, as you can see that there's pools of puddles underneath the car which are reflecting, which is pretty cool. But we can also see raindrops on the windscreen of the car, with Jason and Lucia cuddling inside in the car. It also seems to take place at night on somewhere on Oceanic Drive, and it is quite empty. And I just really love the bloom off the front headlights as well as the lights in the background, and part of me finds it hard to believe that these could be in-game kind of effects, so maybe this is just strictly for promotional. We can also spot a bag in the back as well, which we'll get another look at later too. This looks like a very similar setup to the last image we saw, just a different angle, and we get a better view of the duffel bag in the back, which now we can see contains a lot of money. I'm kind of wondering, will this be very similar to the apartments in Grand Theft Auto Online, where they filled up with money as you built your empire? I'm wondering if you're currently on a job, will the money that you're stealing appear in the back seat? There's a very good chance you'll be able to store weapons in the boot. I think a lot of people anticipate that, but I'm just wondering, will the car itself fill up with random stuff as you're stealing? Another thing we get to see here is the details in the car. You can almost make out the slight rusting on the trim as well as like the aerial. Also, you can see like clear window wipers and just a lot of detail here. I love also the lighting effects here. You can see the glisten of the light on the left-hand window, and you can also see the reflection of the neon lights on the front windscreen. We get another angle of the Stener again, just looking at again the detail so you can see the trim. I think the rust looks a little better and clearer here on this image. But also if you look at the wing mirror, you can see that it is actually reflecting back the car, which is pretty cool. In the next image, we get a look again at the Stener from the back. This time it's being lit up from a few different light sources, and you can kind of see that light reflecting off the bodywork, which is pretty cool. And I think they're really trying to highlight the look of the rear light here, which looks pretty well lit up, and it looks like it's actually being lit from the inside, which is a very cool piece of attention to detail. Just going over the text here for the 55 Vapid Stener, it actually says that you will be able to store this in your Shorecourt personal garage, which is just off Ocean Beach, and it will feature a weapon locker plus a secure place to deposit stolen goods to be fenced. So we might have a fence system very similar to that of Red Dead Redemption 2, and you'll be able to store them at what sounds like your storehouse, where you can also have a little garage as well. So a little safe house for your character, which getting free for pre-ordering is pretty cool. In the next screenshot, we get to see Jason and Lucia dancing in the outfits that we've already seen. I'm kind of wondering, is this the 919 nightclub that we saw in trailer 2? And the graphics seem more like they might be in-game graphics here. I think it's kind of hard to tell. But what I did like is the rays of lights coming from the lights, which would be pretty cool if that's an in-game thing. But also, if you look in the background, there is a lot of different NPCs around with a lot of different styles. In Grand Theft Auto 5, it was quite jarring when you see the exact same NPC model just walking around. Sometimes there could be multiple of them. In Red Dead Redemption 2, though, they did get the technology where they could randomize those random NPCs, so they each had different color outfits and hairstyles and stuff like that, and it looks like that technology now is coming into Grand Theft Auto, and I'm glad to see it. Next, we get a super close-up of Lucia, and the first thing you can kind of see here is obviously her eyes. They look hyper realistic if you focus in on them. And the level of detail on the eyeliner that she's wearing is just so impressive. The texture on her skin is so impressive. Also, you can see even the little moles and beauty marks. And if you look at her lips, the texture is just almost too realistic. We also get a really good look here at the hairstyle, and it almost looks like they have individual strands of hair. And you can even see the earrings underneath, which are also interacting with the hair. In the next shot, we get an image of Jason holding a micro SMG with the new Vice City Pack decal on the weapon. This is to pay homage to Tommy Vercetti's iconic Hawaiian shirt from the first Vice City game, and the theme really does work in this setting. We also get a good look at Jason's arm here, and we can clearly see the individual arm hairs on his hand, which is just the attention to detail is crazy. You can also make out the fiber and fabric of his jacket, and again the ridge light on his hair is just phenomenal, and again the lighting on the back, just it's so iconic and well done. On the next shot, we get to see Lucia enjoying a martini on a terrace just overlooking Vice City, and the first thing that sticks out to me here is the fluid simulation in the liquid in the glass. It just looks hyper realistic with a little froth of bubbles just on the top of it, and it's reflecting light in such a realistic way. A small thing here, but I think it's amazing, is that you can also see that her hair has individual strands going into the glass and into the liquid, which is kind of crazy. We also get a good look at her nails here. We know that they will be customizable, just like hair and makeup, and you can really see it again, attention to detail with the little stars on each of the individual nails. Our next shot is a close-up of Jason, again showing off the skin textures. They look hyper realistic again. Also looking at the glasses with a clear frame and the tinted glasses themselves. They don't seem to be prescription, so they're not refracting the light, so they're just sunglasses. But I really like the clear frame here, as it does look like it's just changing the light a little bit. If you look here just near his cheek, you can also see the individual hair strands as well, which I can't imagine what a CPU has to do to render this. The eyes also look pretty cool as well. I really like the iris and the slight glint of light just across the surface of the eyeball. But overall, just like Lucia's close-up, it's just a good indicator of the attention to detail that Rockstar is giving to the character models. In the next shot, we get another look at the inside of the Stener, and in here we also get to showcase off the new weapon tins. So here you can see the Tommy Vercetti weapon skin on both the micro SMG as well as the handgun. We also get a look at the interior texture of the leather in the car, which again looks hyper realistic. And we also get a look at the duffel bag, which is full of cash. When I actually first saw this image with the lighting, I thought it was actual artwork that they normally do, but it's actually in-game footage and it's just hyper contrast with the lighting, but it looks really awesome. And in the final image, which is probably one of my favorite images, we have both Lucia and Jason posing in front of the Steiner car. We also get a look at their footwear here, so we can see the heels for Lucia and the shoes for Jason. I'm wondering, are these actually going to be individual items that you can use and mix and match with other clothing items? Are they going to be fixed in this outfit? We have seen Rockstar doing both. Sometimes they have the outfits that you can mix and match all the individual items. Other times they're just locked into that one outfit. It's probably a lot easier for them to lock them into the one outfit, but you know, it would be kind of cool if we can mix and match. But here they have an iconic pose. It looks like they are on the beach somewhere and there is a port at the back of it, and the lighting here looks really good. Again, the bridge lighting on their hair, they're clearly being lit from an artificial source from the front as well, just to make it more clear, but in general, it looks like a really good promotional piece of artwork. And that's it. That's just me spending a bit too much time. That's probably healthy looking at these screenshots. But now my favorite part is, let me know what I've missed. I'm sure I've missed some things. There's so much detail hidden in these screenshots. So if I have, let us all know in the comments. I really would appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, consider subbing up. It's free, helps the channel out, and I might make more videos after this. Alright people, take it easy.